There's not much to say in that one. Okay, now Tyron wants me to react to some kind of controversy again. Okay, now Google sued for 2.5 decillion, or how do you say that? Decillion, decillion, something like that. I don't even know how you say that word. Let's see if Google, like sometimes they say it. Uh, Pronunciation. Yeah, there you go. Why isn't there like the Google or can I say Google Translate? Google Google Translate. Sometimes they say the word. No, they don't. Okay, never mind. Trust me, the controversy is stupid. Okay.
Google is being sued for $2.5 decillion.
Decillion. Okay,
That is
that's what you said.
probably a number you didn't even think existed. Like, that's more than a gazillion dollars. That's more than a more billion dollars. Like, this is an unfathomable number they are being sued for by Russia. To help put it in perspective, here's decillion compared to others that you've heard before, such as thousand, million, billion, or even trillion. And you can see trillion's not even halfway there. It doesn't even make a dent. It's estimated that the entire global GDP is 100 trillion, which is like 0.0000001% of what Google is being.
Okay, so Russia's just going crazy with it. Like they're just suing for more than what they, you know, like that exists.
Sued for by Russia. To put it in even more simple terms, 2.5 decillion is almost as many pounds as your mother weighs. It is crazy what they are trying to achieve with this lawsuit here. Shooting for the
Okay.
stars doesn't even cover it. You couldn't sell the Earth for $2.5 decillion to aliens. It's not even worth that much. If you took every dollar, every form of currency ever made throughout the history of our species, it wouldn't even come close to 1 decillion. I cannot
What?
stress enough
That's
just
ridiculous.
how absurd this
Joko!
number is. Like Doctor Evil wouldn't even go for this. This is so far into the realm of lunacy that I don't think there's a single made-up villain who would even try this. At this point, it'd be like a fucking Phineas and Ferb character suing for infinity money. The lawsuit is over
Well, pretty much. It
YouTube
sounds like
banning
it.
Russian media networks. Like they banned a ton of Russian accounts and accounts associated with like the Kremlin and all of that. And the fine arises from Google's failure to comply with previous court orders mandating the reinstatement of these Russian media accounts on YouTube.
Okay, so they're blocking the Russia stuff because it's like very bad and everything, right? But now they want to sue them because they're blocking the bad stuff. Like, let's be real. YouTube and Twitch doesn't have the best track record because some people that do not deserve to be streaming, they they're still on here. You know what I'm saying? Which makes no sense. Like, or like these OF girls, they're like naked on Twitch, but they're not banned. Like, how does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought Twitch is a gaming streaming platform, like gaming. That's how it started and how it is most of the time. But then they have this weird section of Twitch
The
and on
court
YouTube,
warned
to be
Google
fair.
that non-compliance would lead to compounding fines with no ceiling on the amount, starting at 100,000 rubles daily and the fines doubling every week until the channels are restored. This is what it feels like to play Magic the Gathering with someone doing doubling season token shenanigans.
No, I know Google doesn't own Twitch. I know that. No, I know that. I meant like in general, like the ban, like their YouTube and stuff is banning people like the stuff from Russia, right? Because there's some bad stuff happening. Okay, but I'm saying like in general over all platforms. Like some people are still on the platforms that are doing horrendous things. Like let's say like that Fuzi guy on Kick, bro. He is clearly some kind of mental problem, bro. He keeps crashing out, going absolutely nuts. He's gonna kill someone at some point. But then they're like, "Oh, just ban you for 30 days and you come back or something." Like it makes no sense, bro.
Like, this is just fucking
Or
stupid.
that
The
Jack
fines
Doherty guy.
doubling every week? It's like a RuneScape scam. What the fuck? What incarnation?
RuneScape scam is
So,
pretty good.
fundamentally, YouTube had banned a lot of Russian media accounts and accounts associated with the Kremlin and all of that. And Google has repeatedly cited sanctions compliance as the justification for suspending content from the channels, including high-profile networks like Sargrad TV and RIA Fan. They argued that the media entities involved were under U.S. sanctions imposed in response to Russia's geopolitical actions since 2014. So fundamentally, Google is saying, hey, we had to do this because of these issues and these sanctions. Then in 2022, following the invasion of Ukraine, the subsidiary of Google that was operating in the region declared bankruptcy, and Moscow had seized more than $100 million from the entity. According to The Telegraph, Google said Russia handed the assets to sanctioned TV channels, including Sargrad, and that they seized more than a...
Wait, hold up. The technology giant is also fighting efforts by Russia broadcasters to enforce the fines in foreign jurisdictions, including South Africa. Wait, hold up. What do we have to do with this? Receives 1 billion rubles from the seizure. Wait, why is my country a part of this, bro? Bro, my country's stupid, bro. No wonder I can't get sponsors, nothing over here, bro. Freaking, why are we involved with this shit? Why are we involved with Russian broadcasters or some shit? Why, bro? Goodness.
100 million of Google Russia's assets, even though the amount purportedly due under the judgment at the time was less than 12.5 million. So this has just been a back and forth butt fucking for quite some time now between Russia and Google. Now, Google, in its latest earnings statement, said, "We do not believe these ongoing legal matters will have..."
Yeah, bro, but because my country is stupid, now YouTube might pull out of fucking South Africa or some shit, bro. You can't have channels or some shit, bro. What do I do then, bro? Fucking
real adverse effect. To me, that sounds like they're saying there's a lot of words here, and we're not reading them. They're just going to ignore it. They're not even going to play ball with it for even a second. They're not entertaining the idea of a $2.5 decillion fine. They're just plugging their ears to it.
I mean,
Google
yeah,
has
because it's stupid.
Entirely ceased operations in Russia already. Like, they've almost fully pulled out from what I can tell. So it seems like they're just going to pretend that, you know, the Tooth Fairy's not real here and just not think about it. So this has been an ongoing battle here between Russia and Google, and this is just the most recent development in the anime. I don't think there's a single world where anyone actually looks at that number and takes it seriously.
I mean, yeah, it makes no sense.
Is comically large. There's not even that much sand on the planet. There are 7.5 sextillion grains of sand, and that doesn't even make a dent into 1 decillion. There is nothing on this planet that exists in that quantity, except maybe atoms. I think atoms is like 10 to the power of 50. Now, I can't imagine they're actually stupid enough to think that Google is somehow going to poop this shit out. 2.5 decillion anythings at all. That's impossible.
Bro, I would just write it on a paper and say, there you go.
Hail Mary to get some kind of money from it, like some kind of big fine from all of this. So they're just letting this number be as outrageous as possible. And they are trying to enforce these fines in other regions like South Africa, where they're trying to kind of come at Google from multiple angles, and then Google has been, in response, filing lawsuits to keep everything like localized to Russia. So it's been pretty messy.
Bro, what am I here? Why am I hearing about this now? From fucking South Africa doing some bullshit. Don't be stupid, man. Fucking hell, man. It sounds like there's gonna be another thing and file you have, like form you have to fill out because of this stupid ass shit.
It has definitely been an interesting journey trying to get caught up on the lore of Google versus Russia. And I just had to dive in with both nuts here because 2.5 decillion, I had never even heard of the word decillion before. I thought that was just a made-up term. And it's not. It's so crazy. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. Of course, I'm just a clueless Neanderthal, so I have no idea if this lawsuit has any real meat behind it, if it holds water at all. I didn't pass the bar, I'm not a lawyer. But from my uneducated perspective, it just sounds so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
To be coming at Google for this amount of money over YouTube accounts being banned, I think is ridiculous. It's not like those YouTube accounts were going to generate anywhere near that level of money. Realistically,
No
all the
one is
YouTube accounts
generating
put
near that
together
level of
probably wouldn't
money.
have generated anything even close to $100 million, even if they were operational for 100 years. Like,
Yes,
I
mate.
just don't understand where this number's even coming from. Like, I understand it's like the compounding fines where it doubles every week, but it's just made up, pulled out of their ass arbitrary nonsense. Like, can any YouTuber do that? Like, oh, my YouTube account was unjustly terminated. Google
Oh yeah, no,
owes
I saw
me
that. Yeah, yeah.
$1,000 per day that it stays down, and it's going to double every week. Well, based on what? Why? That's just a classic because I said so moment right there. I just don't see where they're getting this from. Like, why would it be doubling every week? Like, who made that rule? What referee came in there and threw the flag on the play saying that it needs to be doubled every week that they don't comply? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Those accounts were
Listen,
never going
like, I don't know what's happening with the whole Russia thing, right? But when you do stuff like this, you just seem crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just seem crazy. Gotta go, be back in an hour. Alright, see you in an hour, Junko. Appreciate you stopping by. All good, man. All good. But yeah, you know, like, I have no idea what's going on over there, right? But the more you do crazy stuff like that, it just seems that everything you do is kind of wrong, even if you are right or not, you know? Like, it makes no sense. It makes zero sense.
to generate anywhere near that level of money for a daily fine that would double every week. That's just that would never happen. So how the fuck can they possibly expect Google or any like reasonable judge to look at that and be like, "Oh no, that sounds about right." Again, I'm pretty sure it's just to be like intimidating and scary to settle for some kind of payment out of court, perhaps. But to me,
I
this
don't know.
just
It
doesn't seem to be
seems stupid.
like a lawsuit with a ton of punch behind it. Like, it really just doesn't seem like they have the strongest case to be coming at them for this amount of money. Now, it's worth mentioning, just like the end of a Marvel movie, it will return. This ticking time bomb hasn't stopped. It's still going, and it is still actively doubling. So it's 2.5 decillion now, but this might be the cheapest it'll ever be because in a month from now, a year from now, we may be looking at new numbers that are going to need to be invented to figure out how much Russia is trying to hit.
I
Google
appreciate that,
for.
Junko. Appreciate that.
Anyway, though, I just had to talk about it a little bit because it was so crazy, and I was diving into it pretty deep this afternoon. That's really about it. So, yeah.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, yeah, no, that just seems stupid. Not gonna lie, it just seems stupid. Okay, I think actually I'm done with reactions now. It's been 2 hours. So I think I'm gonna do some Magic the Gathering now. I'll play like a game or two and then maybe switch to someone else. We can maybe do some reactions again later if you guys still want me to react to some stuff. Alright, see you later, Tide. See you later.